Russia repeated on Thursday that it had nothing to do with the incident. Not a single air defense missile launcher of the Russian armed forces has ever crossed the Russian-Ukrainian border, Russia's TASS news agency quoted the defense ministry as saying in a statement. Russia's foreign ministry said the findings had been based on fake data presented by bloggers and that Moscow's information regarding the case had been largely ignored. This is an example of baseless accusations aimed at discrediting our country in the eyes of the international community, the Russian Foreign Ministry said in a statement. The U.S. State Department said on Thursday the United States had complete confidence in the findings and called on Russia to admit its involvement. It is time for Russia to cease its lies and account for its role in the shoot-down, spokeswoman Heather Nauert said in a statement. The Russian Federation didn't help us in providing us the information we brought out into the open today, Westerbeck said. They didn't give us this information, although a book from their military forces was used. Prosecutors showed photos and videos of a truck convoy carrying the system as it crossed the border from Russia to Ukraine. It crossed back several days later with one missile missing. The vehicles had serial numbers and other markings that were unique to the 53rd Brigade, an anti-aircraft unit based in the western Russian city of Kursk, they said. In the interim update on their investigation, prosecutors said they had trimmed their list of possible suspects from more than 100 to several dozen. Westerbeck said investigators were not yet ready to identify individual suspects publicly or to issue indictments, but that when they do he expects cooperation, or a firm international political response. Hold Russia accountable. Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte cut short a trip to India to return in time for a cabinet meeting on Friday to discuss the latest findings in the inquiry. The MH17 Disaster Foundation representing families of the victims demanded that the Dutch government take legal action to hold the Russian state accountable. It must go beyond legal exploration after this, board member Piet Ploeg was quoted by broadcaster NOS as saying. A joint investigation team, drawn from Australia, Belgium, Malaysia, the Netherlands and Ukraine, is gathering evidence for a criminal prosecution in the downing of the plane. The Dutch Safety Board concluded in an October 2015 report that the Boeing 777 was struck by a Russian-made Buk missile.